I'm Mike Keneally. This is Back in My Betting, and it is now time for the semi-finals. Mine and Ian Fortune's semi-final picks for the Irish Derby. Ian, I did not think you were going to show up. I didn't think you were going to make the Zoom call. I've heard that you disappeared for the last 3 days, but thank you for being here. Look, yeah, again, you know me. I say it's humble. You have to stay humble when you're successful, and you have to be dignified in defeating him. I'm glad to see you. How are we?
Oh, sorry, Brad. I think I'm gonna have to cry off. I think a sudden case of man flu. Sorry, a sudden case of you know, I can't see the fellow in front of me flu. That's what it is. Listen, it's been one of those things. I went on the hump too early, Ryan. I went for bigger price runners over the last 2 or 3 weeks, trying to pick you up and then just kick off into the sunset. And I'm afraid it's backfired. Something terrible. Let's get back in a let's try and make it respectable, Ryan.
Yeah, if this was a boxing match now, Ian, it would be over. It would be. You'd be on the ropes, I think, and your team would have
There'll be a towel. There'll be a towel applied over
that
my
was
head.
there. So just to update then, the viewers, because we do need to always update this, and I'll update this. I'll update. So I am currently, Ian, plus €6.09, and you are. Do you want to say it? Do you want? Do you want me to say? Yeah. No, you're not six. You are not €6.09 in profit. You are 8.40. You are down 8.45 in. So yeah, look, look. This is. I'm. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to really be nice because I don't want to kick a man when he's down. But sometimes you have to call it. You have to like say it how it is. And yeah, look, there are levels to this game. We've mentioned this with the diet.
Ryan, you're not kicking me when I'm down. You're literally jumping off the top rope with your elbow out. Okay. You know, there are levels, yeah, and there are levels of how much you kick a fella, and you're like body slamming on me at this stage. So, like, just go easy now, right?
You know what? I'll give. I will. I won't give you the people's elbow. All right. Okay. Well, I'll stop you from doing that. And you know what? Look, there's still got 2 weeks left, so you never know. I mean, we do know, but you never know, do you? Okay. Right. So let's just quickly recap on a very interesting quarterfinal night. What are your thoughts on it?
Listen, it was cheap sandwiches. He stood up to the plate. He had a good draw. Obviously, he was in a heat where he should have won. He was an odds-on favourite, and he did win as an odds-on favourite should. But the fact that he went so much faster than his rivals, the fact that he was so much stronger from the third bend, his sections were just lights out. It was just an arrival. This was a statement performance by Cheap Sandwiches. The other three heat winners, you could throw in a blanket over them in terms of the clock. Proper Heiress found a way. And that's something he does do. And the more I see of him, the more I'm sort of getting to grips with him. I think he's a competitive animal. I think he absolutely loves it. I think he loves it when it gets down and dirty, and I think he loves to just stick his neck out. And I would say you will only see the best of him when he's really challenged. I hope we get to see, that again in the final, but he's facing a tough semi-final task. But listen, he's still there. He has a great habit of winning. The other two winners, like Ballyhooly Bruno, as he's crossing the line, I have to tell you, it's not often. It's not often you come into my thoughts, but I nearly felt sorry for you there and then, and then of course, Magical Mag. I didn't feel sorry for you then. You literally. It's been a death by 1,000 mags. Magical Mag has literally been the difference between the two of us. So yeah, she's not exactly my favorite animal at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I think I will say one thing. The video that for my betting on the quarterfinals will be out. I think it'll be out. This will go out Wednesday, so it'll be out Tuesday night. So yesterday it's out. When Ballyhooly Bruno turned next, I think I bet De Lahdedah in the race. When I looked at that, I seen De Lahdedah like out the race. I was like, oh no. And then I looked and see Ballyhooly Bruno make a move. I went, oh my days, what is going on here? After I had a good bet as well in the week before, but. Yeah, like you say, cheap sandwiches. It was a statement, really. I think the defeat against Proper Heiress week before, there were maybe question marks over it. Even though he was a good base, got beat by a good dog. I think he kind of did then say, "Look, I'm the best here. I'm the real deal here. I'm the best dog here." I think that performance was excellent. I listened to your Talking Dogs podcast as well, and you mentioned that Proper Heiress. I think you're absolutely spot on. Like he just seems to love a battle. And you made the reference to in the first bend on Saturday. He just loves to stick a shoulder in. He just loves to. If there's any kind of battle way, he's probably about probably about what you say, about a length and a half behind going into that first bend. And whatever happened in the left test draws, he's just gone like, get out of the way. I'm literally get out of the way. And then yeah, magical mag. When she retires, I am gonna put out there now, do the breeding, but she can come. She's got a place in my house. She's also gonna have a little shrine. I'm gonna have a statue of her built up there because yeah, she's just at the moment she's relentless at them traps, isn't she? So, and she is winning me a lot of money as well. So she is a bitch in favour for me there. So yeah, and I'm very upset to see De Lahdedah go out, by the way. Probably won't. Don't think we'll probably see him again in the Derby campaign, but he's been an excellent servant for connections there. And but the show must go on. And in terms of our competition as well, I'm sorry to say, Ian, the show must go on. So let's think about now. Let's get to these semi-finals now, and talk me through what your nap is in these semi-finals.
I think I'm just going back to grassroots, just back to basic levels. I'm going to nap cheap sandwiches from a very kind draw out in trap six, and I'll next best Glengar Silent. As simple as that. I think there's a way where he can turn a bit closer on Saturday night to, let's say, the Magical Mag, and if he does, his pace from the second bend is pretty awesome. Like, he's improving all the time. He's hugely fast, but yeah, cheap sandwiches. Obviously, it's not going to win me an awful lot of money, but I've just got to chip away at the lead, and hopefully you do something stupid, like, and maybe go for Proper Heiress to beat cheap sandwiches, because I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever in my mind that you will be going for Magical Mag in the second semi-final. If you desert her at this stage, I'm telling you, you should be charged with going AWOL. Like, that'd be treason. But yeah, they're my two: cheap sandwiches and Glengar Silent. And hopefully they can do the business for me.
This is what pressure does to people, though, because you're trying these mind games now. But I'm actually not because of anything you've just said to me, by the way. But my selection, I'm going to next best cheap sandwiches. I think he has obviously got a great draw. But I've got that little bit of distance between you now, so I think I can next best cheap sandwiches. He'll be odds on in this race, won't he? Anyway, so look, if you're tipping odds on shots and napping, then that's how you want to play it.
An odds on winner is better than a long odds loser.
As I have found out, I am going to be napping though. In the next time, I'm going to be napping Magical Mag.
Surprise.
She owes me nothing, and again, she traps out. She probably wins this race. Now, going outside, obviously, if he gets a run like he did in the quarterfinals, then it's race on. But again, I think there's a lot of dogs going up similar speed to him to the bend now. I'm not sure he can turn second in this race. I think she can get enough of a distance here. I think they're going to be.
Do you know what we'll do then? We'll revise, right? Just so it's head to head. I'll nap Glengar Silent and next best cheap sandwiches. Isn't that fair enough?
Yeah. That, you know what? That is fair enough. Okay, so we'll do this, and we'll both get the next best in for cheap sandwiches. Then we'll call that one because he's going to win the race. Like,
that's just a push. We might as well just forget that. You know.
Yeah. That is it's gonna. I'm not, because it's gonna increase more profit, by the way, just so I can sell people this and all. But for our competition though, yeah. But no, we'll do that then. Okay, so I'll do fancy Magical Mag anyway. I'm not doing it for this. I think she's going to be a good price as well, because I think I'll be able to for Glengar Silent. I think she's got a great draw. I think she'll trap, lead, turn left, bit of bunching, go clear, and beat Glengar Silent by what, a nose the next, something like that maybe. So that'll be that. Just a quick one on Proper Heiress. Do you think he'll qualify or not?
When I first saw it, I really was fearful for him. But the more I think about it, the more I think he can probably overcome the draw and maybe sneak through. It could get very tight in the middle of the track. There's no question about it. But he's battle hardened. And as you said, and as I've said, I think when it gets to a buckle, I don't think he'll shirk the issue. And I think that could be the difference, because he is very strong. He's not a dog where, he's fourth into the home straight, he can't qualify. He could potentially pick up a dog. Like, that's how strong he can be. So, yeah, I would suggest it's probably about even money each of two. Like, whether he qualifies or doesn't qualify, I would probably favour on the side of qualifying. Yep. I'm hoping with Ballymac Stud, because obviously he's flying the flag for me.
I actually think I think one gentleman on Talking Dogs put his run down. I think he ran a really good race on to qualify, so I think he went really well. And he's got a better break in him as well. I know he's a bit hot and cold, but it just takes that one. Like Droopy's plunge in the final English Derby, decided that one race is going to trap out and turn in a nice pitch. Like, I think when you got a dog like Sturds, if he keeps qualifying, I think that's a big like thing, because I think they can improve. But two questions for you, Ian. Then, first of all, who's going to win the Derby?
I think cheap sandwiches has like with the likelihood that he's going to be just so kindly draw, even if the other two seeded runners, there's only one wide seed going through Drury Supply if he qualifies in the second heat, and the middle seed is Glengar Silent, you'd expect Chief Sandwiches to comfortably lead up them. So he's going to have his draw, and he just seems to be arriving to peak form at just the right time, as Graham Holland so often does. He's won it 4 times before. He's looking to go out on his own. He's the only man ever to win 5 Irish Greyhound Derbies. And you know what? The Boyle sportsman Damien Lonigan did say it. He said if it wasn't for liabilities, he'd be shorter than 6-4 for outright glory, and I can see that.
I think we'd want to see Sandwiches to 6, Heiress 2, maybe Mags, maybe 4, maybe I think that's kind of the race stood maybe 3. I think in the final we'd love to see that. I mean, best dog win, but I do agree with you. I think Cheap Sandwiches is your winner. And then the second question then is probably more important as well, really. Can you overturn this? And now we said, I think it was Hill you mentioned last week. I think I said it's probably Everest. It is actually a different place. It's the moon. By the way, we are on the moon. You are.
I literally fell out of the plane.
Can you turn this around here? With 2 has to go.
Ryan, never say never. But all I can say is I wouldn't be taking a bit of 20 to 1 about me at this stage. Okay, I think this is one where, if you have backed me, just sit on it, sit and suffer and pray.
Ian, as always, mate, thank you very much. Good luck on Saturday as well with your commentaries. Good luck on Saturday with, I hope Chief Sandwiches wins for you. That's what you need, I think, for now. And really top man, appreciate it as always. Thank you for that. And listeners, I've been told as well, are really enjoying these conversations as well. And I hope they're following my tips anyway. So yeah, thank you, Ian. No, top man. And I will be seeing you next week as well for the final as well. I'll be coming over for the final. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that, mate. Right.
Absolutely, Ryan. Best of luck, and to anyone having a bet of the weekend.